The main figure in this story is Raphael Tuju, a well-known Kenyan politician, former television news anchor, and later a powerful cabinet minister in the Kenyan government. Back in the 1990s, Tuju was a familiar face on television, reading the news to millions of Kenyans every night. His calm voice, confident presence, and professional poise helped him build a reputation as one of the country's most respected media personalities. Viewers trusted him, and he became a symbol of reliability in a rapidly changing media landscape. But Tuju's ambitions extended far beyond the newsroom. After leaving broadcasting, he moved into business and founded a communications company called Ace Communications. The firm handled major public campaigns, often working closely with government agencies and international organizations. One of the biggest projects involved raising awareness about HIV and AIDS, a disease that had become a national concern. Tuju's campaigns encouraged people not only to get tested, but also to lead by example, demonstrating that knowing your status was both responsible and empowering. By the early 1990s, Tuju was married to Ruth Akinyi. The couple had tied the knot in 1986, and for many years they appeared to have a stable family life. Together they raised 3 children, 2 daughters and 1 son, and to outsiders, their marriage seemed strong, grounded in shared values and decades of partnership. During the HIV awareness campaigns, Tuju and Ruth reportedly decided to get tested themselves. The results, according to accounts that later circulated, were shocking. Tuju allegedly tested positive, while Ruth tested negative. This made them what doctors call a discordant couple, a situation in which one partner has HIV and the other does not. Because of this, the couple reportedly had to follow strict lifestyle rules to avoid transmission, which over time began to create an emotional and physical distance between them. According to some accounts, Ruth started keeping a distance from sexual relations with Tuju, fearing infection. The gap reportedly grew wider, and she began seeking intimacy elsewhere. Initially, rumors suggested she was quietly involved with other men, but then someone entered the picture who would change everything. At the time, Tuju had a bodyguard assigned to him from the General Service Unit, the elite police unit responsible for protecting high-profile officials. His name was Tony Ogunda. Ogunda wasn't just Tuju's bodyguard, he was also his driver, which meant he spent a great deal of time around the household. He drove Tuju to meetings, waited outside the house, and interacted frequently with the family. There was something about Ogunda that immediately caught Ruth's attention. He was in his early 20s, light-skinned, with striking features and an athletic build. According to accounts that later emerged, Ruth was drawn not just to his confidence and demeanor, but also to his presence, the way he carried himself, and the charm in his smile. Some sources suggest she had developed a strong desire for him, wanting him as a secret partner for pleasure and intimacy. Approaching a man who was your husband's bodyguard was extremely risky. At first, Ogunda reportedly refused, fully aware of the danger. But Ruth persisted, using attention, gifts, and financial incentives to tempt him. The pressure became difficult to resist, and eventually, Ogunda gave in. But with one condition: his wife needed to know. Somehow, everyone agreed. The 3 reportedly met, had a serious conversation, and to ensure safety, all went for HIV testing. The results were negative. Strict rules were then reportedly set. Ogunda was to remain faithful only to his wife and Ruth, and no other relationships were allowed to avoid health risks. For a while, the arrangement seemed to work. Ogunda's family received financial support, bills were paid, and their lifestyle improved. But eventually, cracks began to show. Ogunda fathered children with other women, breaking the rules and exposing everyone involved to health risks. Ruth reportedly noticed, and tension started building. Ogunda also reportedly had conflicts with Tuju's son. The young man began to notice that Ogunda, who was almost his own age, was involved with his mother, a revelation that sparked repeated arguments and tension in the household. The clashes reportedly stemmed from anger, confusion, and the shock of discovering a secret relationship with someone so close to his own generation. Ogunda's own wife reportedly became furious when she realized he was having multiple relationships and misusing the money sent by Ruth. Angered by the betrayal, she
Hello?
allegedly contacted Tuju directly and revealed the entire situation. By 2011, the secret had finally reached the one person who had been kept in the dark, Raphael Tuju himself. The revelation reportedly broke him emotionally. At the time, Tuju was serving as legal advisor to the president of Kenya. Instead of reacting publicly, he reportedly chose a private confrontation. He called Ogunda to his current residence, where the two men reportedly faced each other in intense silence. Tuju confronted Ogunda, giving him a stern warning to stay away from his wife and never repeat the behavior again. For a while, it appeared the warning might work. But in May 2013, Ogunda was caught late at night at Tuju's residence in violation of the restraining order. He claimed he had been invited by Ruth, yet he was arrested for trespassing. The incident quickly became public, turning a private family scandal into national gossip. Then, on July 2nd, 2013, Tony Ogunda was found dead in a house on Matumbato Road, Upper Hill, Nairobi, a house belonging to Tuju. He was lying on a sofa with a syringe and a bottle of insulin beside him. Friends immediately noticed something was off. Ogunda did not have diabetes. A post-mortem revealed that he had died from internal bleeding caused by a blow to the head with a blunt object. He had been killed. Police questioned several people, including Ruth. Over time, many rumors circulated, with some suggesting the death could be linked to personal conflicts or the humiliation surrounding the affair. Some even speculated that Tuju himself might have been involved, though these claims were never proven in court. Meanwhile, Tuju's marriage quietly unraveled. After 27 years together, he and Ruth divorced. A marriage that had raised children, weathered political life, and survived public scrutiny ended quietly in the shadow of scandal and tragedy. Behind the headlines, the rumors, and the mystery of Tony Ogunda's death, there remained a stark reminder: when secrets grow inside a family, they rarely stay hidden, and sometimes they destroy everything around them.